Hello guys, it's Frankie here, and finally we get to do this question and answer about this Noveria new album. And it's the first time I do a question and answer in our channel, so I'm a bit, super excited about that. And of course, there hasn't been any preparation, so I'm gonna read just the question right now, and I didn't prepare any answers. So I was actually super excited about to see all the reaction and all the questions that we got during those past months, and let's get to it. All right. First one, Pavel Lukaswich, I hope I pronounce it right. So hi Pavel. Pavel's asking, hi, so what about New Noveria? Some news? Well, that's of course a good way to start a question and answers. So, the New Noveria, some news. Yeah, of course. So, hi Pavel again. Yeah, of course there is news about the new album. And the new album is basically all recorded, we are just fixing minor things in the recording process and check if everything, is on place. And we took some more time compared to the others, because we really want to make sure that every note is at the right spot, and that we don't have any second thoughts about the arrangements or the parts we are doing nowadays. Just during those weeks we are refining the bass parts with our maestro Andrea. And it's taking some time because we want to make sure that everything is at the right spot. We always been doing that within all our past records as well. So we are taking for this one a little extra time. That's basically it. That's why it's taking a bit long. And that's the main news about the status of the new album. So I really hope that I got your question right. Okay, let's check out the next one. Let's see. There is Sarah Dose, which is asking, I have one. What inspires you? All right. So, hi Sarah, and what inspires us? Well, it's always a good question. We've always been inspired for writing new songs and albums. Mainly for real facts or situation of life that we've been through, basically. Sometimes could be more on a social level, like it was from our first album, which was Reason at the time. And Reason was more about being in a society that oppresses you, and especially for the young people of the millennial generation that struggles to break through on making a career, or to be in a protected type of environment. So we've been basically talking about that struggle. That for the second album, the main inspiration was this really sad story that we had at the time in our family, and it was basically a story of sickness, illness, and we've been basically, try to talk about all the process that this person was facing during the treatment that she was having for her ill. And we've been using also like this 5-stage of grief theory about that, so it was inspired by a true story basically. And so also Equilibrium was in the same type of inspiration, because it was a real fact. There was this massive earthquake that has been striking here, central Italy, a few years ago, and we've been part of it. I saw basically my friend's house falling apart, people getting seriously injured or losing their families because of that, and we've been also evacuated from town, and so it was always this very strong emotional type of stories. But for this new one, it's a bit different. It's for the first time that actually it's been inspired by our personal stories. So every song is a very personal story for each band members that is being true. So it might be a happy story, it might be a very dark story, but it's very personal. It's based on our family, you know, and stories within all the band members that they've been experiencing through life. And there is also a couple stories from people that we know, and it was so touching that, you know, we felt, okay, we need to do a song that talks about that. I'm not gonna spoil that much anymore, but it's personal stories within the guys of the band, within all of us, you know, within Frankie too, Andrea, Julian, and Omar, and plus a few friends, very good friends, that inspired us for writing these stories. So it's gonna be all connected in a way. You're gonna love it, I'm pretty sure. So, Sarah, I really hope that I answered your questions. If you got them doubts, you know, you can just write down in the section here, comments. Let's go forward then. There is Bruno Molina. Is it more prog or heavy? Alright, this is a good question. So, hi Bruno, and this new album, it's, of course, it's heavy. I mean, there's no way that, you know, we switch to a softer music. No, it's super heavy, but yeah, it's way more progressive. That is for sure. The songs are way longer, you know, and they are truly progressive, but without losing that heaviness, you know, which is typical of our sound. So you're gonna basically, you know, love both sides of this record. So yes, I would say probably more proggy. Yeah, I think all the guys will agree with me with that. Next question, that was fast actually. Cool. There is Fanny Hirvi with a story behind it too. Yeah, of course. Hi Fanny. And of course there's, as I mentioned before, it's basically a bunch of stories that cross together through the whole record, you know. So it's basically life situation crossing into each other's and tying up till a point where there is some obstacle to get through. It's personal stories that will gather to a central point, but no more spoilers because I will have to reveal the name of the record, which is not possible right now. So I'm wishing, you know, I'm hoping you're gonna have a bit more patience about that, and soon we'll get, you know, to the point where we can, you know, give some more spoilers about that. But thanks Fanny. There is Sinfo Felix. It's wrote in Italian. Ciao ragazzi, per quando l'uscita del nuovo album? That's basically, hi guys, when is the new album gonna be released? So, hi Sinfo Felix. Yeah, we are doing our best for having it released during 2022, maybe first half, maybe second half. Not possible to establish that yet because there's still a process to do. By the time that it's going to be mixed and mastered, it might take, you know, maybe 2 months or something like that. So then there is always this, you know, technical times for having the released and then the promotion and everything. So, but surely 2022 it's going to be there. So, or hopefully. Let's check out the next question. That is great. I'm enjoying big time this. And there is Carlos Escobar from Chile. Hi Carlos. There's quite many questions here. So first question, when it will be out? Well, check the answer I gave before. Basically, you know, somewhere around next year, which is 2022. So, how many tracks? How many tracks? Oh, this is a specific question. I love that. It's about 10 tracks. maybe 11, but so far it's 10. Then I don't know if we divide like some tracks in two parts, and we don't know, but it's 10 tracks, and 10 tracks, but it's the longest record that we have so far. It's over 1 hour and 5 minutes of music. It's the longest one with the last track that we ever had, and yeah, the wait is gonna be worth it. Still, Carlos, is there any guest? We've been, discussing about. There's always like in every album, some sort of, not argument, but a conversation about who should we call, and that would be, super cool to have this guy or the other guy or this one or the other one. But sometimes, we just get to the point to ask ourselves, but is it that necessary? Because we love a lot our interplay and the way we play together. So sometimes when it feels natural to have like a special guest, we'll call it. Sometimes it's just not necessary, and if we don't feel it, we don't make that happen. It's simple as that. There's nothing wrong or nothing against having special guests, because we had it in the past, and it's always been like nice add to the song or to the record, and if we don't feel that there's any need for adding, or because it's already working the best way, there is simple that we don't call anyone. But for this new one, we don't know yet, but surely, if there is gonna be a special guest, this time probably we are gonna choose for a completely different direction, and it would be like probably a more distorted type of singer, not specifically from the progressive area or the progressive metal genre. So I think the best can come, if you mix different styles. And when I mean different, I mean really different, And yeah, could be, man, I would love to have Randy Blythe, but let's see. But we are thinking about that. Next question. Thanks, Carlos, for asking. And, still Carlos. All right, Carlos. How was the process for the composition? That's very interesting. The process has been very natural, very, very feeling driven this time, and less head driven, And it was basically, the composition progress took place during the first days of the lockdown in 2020. We were basically locked up in the house, so we had a lot of time, a lot of free time. And thing is that we didn't start writing, for having a new album. We just started to gather some material. But the more it was taking shape, the more it sounded like, wow, this is something that, it's completely related to us. Even if the direction is a bit different, and by that I don't mean that we changed style or stuff like that, but we added a different depth to it and a different process, because basically this record is very orchestral driven, and we always have been a bit of that direction with orchestra and stuff, but this is a massive level of orchestrations here, and so basically, the composition progress took place by first writing the orchestra and all the strings, and then all the French horns and all this stuff, and then adding the metal twist after. So it's been like a bit of reverse process. So, and the result, we were blown away by that, and yeah, that was basically the process. First writing for other instruments, and then putting the heavy guitars and the heavy drums on top of that, on top of the orchestra. So the funny thing that it's basically going to work only if you mute the orchestra. Oh, sorry, only if you put on solely the orchestra, it's gonna be a record on its own, even with only that, you know. So that was the writing process basically. So we had a lot of fun while doing that because it was super fresh and you know, for us a new way of writing material. And after, you know, not even 1 year, record was there, and can't wait to share it back with you and see how you guys like it. You might like it, you might not, who knows? So, oh, Carlos, again, is there any concept behind the new album? So excited for it. Yes and no. I mean, the music, I mean, it's not like a concept itself, like it has been like the 2 albums that we released before, like 4 Second and Equilibrium. No, it is not like a concept, it's just, as told you, personal stories that cross together and they gather to one point that they're all in the same spot and ready to go somewhere else. So, but music-wise, this is the most concept that we have, in the sense that, you know, every song it's connected to the other, and there's no blank spots within the songs during the track list of the album. So basically, from that point of view, of course, it's more concept album that we've been doing. So it's very common-driven songs, you know. There's always some songs that fade into the next one with a sarcastical section road that drops you there, and you know. So every song is connected, not conceptually, but music-wise. That is for sure. Okay, so guys, really thank you for, you know, connecting with us. Push the subscribe and then on the bell to have all that notification when new videos going to be dropped out. And really thank you for checking in with us. It's always like super pleasure, and I'm really willing to do more of this question and answer thing. And if you have some more questions, just drop a comment in the comment section. Thank you guys, it's been like super fun, and let's do that some other times, you know. And I wish you guys a great day and a great life. I'll see you. Bye.